Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sam and today I'm going to be going over the Pixel 4a. So I got this phone back in Black Friday and there was a Black Friday deal going on and it only cost me $257 tax in, and it also came with a Sonos One speaker, so that in itself retails for $250. So if we count that in, I pretty much got this phone for free. Now, the previous phone I was using, I've been using a Pixel 1. So Pixel 1, this phone is 5 years old. And here's my Pixel 4a. So how do they compare? So size-wise, they're about the same. You put them together, right? They're about the same. The one thing is that the Pixel 1, it has a pretty big chin and pretty big forehead, and that's one thing that is, I can't get used to it anymore, right? Whereas the Pixel 4a, the real estate on this phone is just, I'm just not used to it. It's full screen, it's got a camera punch out. I'm just not used to so much screen, so it's great. Now, first impressions of the Pixel 4a is that it actually felt kind of cheap. So it's because first of all, it's really light. It's much lighter than the Pixel 1. And at the same time, it has a plastic back. So it feels a little cheap. It feels a little delicate. I'm not a fan of the raised camera bump, and I know all phones have this now, they all have the camera bump. Whereas the Pixel 1, it has the metallic back, so half metallic, half glass, and no camera bump, right? So again, same, the one camera. This also still has the one camera and one sensor, also same flash there too. The fingerprint sensor on the Pixel 1 is a little bit more obvious. I actually prefer the Pixel 1 fingerprint sensor more just because it's indented. This one, it's smaller, and again, it's plastic. You don't feel it too much. I do think that this is a lot faster though. It's a pretty quick fingerprint. So that's good. And button-wise, it's still... So the buttons are actually kind of cheap, which I'm not a big fan of. So the buttons probably is the one thing I don't like. The buttons on the Pixel 1 is metallic, pretty clicky, which I like. The power button is textured, which is what I really like about it. It's just, you know which button you're getting. Here, you have the accent, the mint accent here, which is nice, but when you just kind of put your finger across and slide it across, you feel it feels cheap. You can feel the edges, and yeah, all in all, the buttons are not the most comfortable. But you don't buy the phone for the buttons. In the end, it's a great deal. I love the phone now. I've been using it, and I've grown to love it more and more as the days goes on, just because of the screen. Another thing that I realized that I'm not a big fan of is that when you play sound on this, the phone vibrates, and I'm not sure why. I'm just gonna play something on Spotify here. So the thing is that if I'm gonna watch a video, the phone vibrates, and it's kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of it in that sense. Everybody loves. So, I don't know why it's doing that. It has two bottom speakers here. It has a front speaker here, but maybe it just gets a lot more speakers when it vibrates. I'm not too sure why. It never happened to the Pixel 1. Pixel 1, again, because it has a chin and a forehead. The forehead, it has its own dedicated speaker here. And on the bottom it has two speakers that shoot out. Yeah, And maybe it's the build. Maybe because it's a metallic build, there's no vibration. But that's one thing I'm not a big fan of. So whenever I watch, I don't watch too much on my phone, and if I do, I try to put it down. I just try to put it down, and I'll watch maybe some YouTube, Netflix. But for the most part, since we're all staying at home, I cast it onto the TV. So final thoughts on the Pixel 4a. I think it's a good phone. I think it's a big upgrade from what I have. Size-wise, I like the size. It still has the headphone jack, which I love and I still use. And it's not water resistant. That's the one thing that could have been a little bit better, but because it has the headphone jack, you trade for that. And it doesn't have wireless charging, which if I'm home, I don't really need it. The battery life is amazing. I'm not a big power user, so I can actually go almost 2 days without charging, and the fast charging it can charge really fast. I'd say maybe a full charge within like half an hour. The Pixel 1, it would die on me if I was on a road trip, right? So if I'm out, if I'm on vacation, I would need to bring a battery pack. With this one, I don't think I need a battery pack, so which is good. So final thoughts, I think it's a good budget phone. Doesn't have the 5G, which we don't have here right now. And I'm not too much of a power user, and for the most part, I'd rather just talk to someone rather than be on my phone. So whenever we're in a social gathering, I personally actually don't like it if people are on the phone. I'd rather have a face-to-face conversation over that, and especially if we're just maybe eating or anything else, I find it a little bit just disrespectful if people have their phones out. But that's just me. So again, I'm not a power user. I don't need a flagship. I got my budget phone. This one costs $257, tax in. So a Black Friday deal. And do I recommend it? I do. But it might not be for everybody. It might be a little bit dated. The specs, you can look this up, but it's not the top of the line specs. At the same time, the screen is only 60 Hertz. The camera, I can only shoot 1080p. And for the camera, it's only got one camera, one sensor. A lot of these flagships now, they have triple cameras and a lot more sensors and a lot more zoom as well. So all in all, it depends what you're looking for. I like the stock Android experience. I've been using the Pixel for a while now, and I get the first updates, which is really great. So there you have it. That's my Pixel 4a review. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe for more content. Take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.